Hey y'all! I'm so excited to get to share with you today. I am excited and honored to just get to be a part of this series among some people that I admire the most in this business, who I've learned from the most and continuously learning from every single day. So my name is Bethany Speer. I live just north of Atlanta in Woodstock, Georgia. I'm a pastor's wife, a mama to 3 boys, and I have been with Plexus for almost 6 years. I've been a diamond with Plexus for 2.5 years, and it has been an incredible journey. Amongst all the high highs and all the low lows, it's just gratitude overflowing. But today I want to talk to you about something that I hope will bring hope to some of you who might find yourself in a place of discouragement, might find yourself in a place of walking the fence of, do I quit? Do I keep going? I don't know where to go from here. I am someone who have kind of a crazy story, personal story. And because of that, I have just learned, and God has really just shown me to live a life that is full of transparency and vulnerability, because in that, we help other people realize that they're not alone. And I think that the enemy's number one tool for discouragement is isolation, to make us feel like we're all alone, to make us feel like we're the only one, and in that to lead us to a choice and a decision to just quit. And so my hope is that through my story, some of you who might be in that place will find hope to keep moving forward and to keep growing yourself. So my journey to diamond was absolutely incredible, somewhat quick. Went emerald in 18 months, went diamond in 3 years. There were some twists and turns, but by and large, it was pretty smooth sailing. And, I think a lot of times we can buy into this lie that, like, you get to diamond and it's like, like you've arrived, right? And so now we're just going to manage our team and keep things happy and, yes, keep bringing people in and building, but, probably at diamond it's smooth sailing from there. And that was not my story. That is not my story. And so I just want to share with you guys, when I really got going with Plexus, I was just crushing it, on leaderboards all the time, sweeping all the contests, got to go to the amazing private island of Over Yonder Key, just living large, and life was good and business was good. And a couple years ago, that all changed. And I had a couple of my key leaders, with life circumstances and things like that, just decide that they weren't going to do this anymore. And so my points just started dwindling backwards and backwards and backwards. And I just kind of sat in it. Like, I don't know what to do. Honestly, kind of just telling myself, almost giving myself too much grace, just to say, well, of course my points are going to dwindle backwards. I lost 2 of my leaders. And I finally came to a breaking point. I was just praying about my business, didn't know what to do. And I remember God so clearly saying to me, Bethany, you were faithful and you trusted me on the mountaintop. Are you going to be faithful, and are you going to trust me in the valley? And we always have a choice. And that's the first thing that I want you to know is we are always, maybe you haven't yet, there will come a time in your business that you find yourself in the valley and that it's hard. And you have a choice that you can grow through it, or you can shrink back and you can quit and you can do nothing about it. Well, I'm not a quitter, and I'm solution oriented. And so that was a wake up call for me. And I thought, you know what? No more. I'm moving forward, and I'm not letting this be an excuse. I know how to do this. I can do it again, and I can find new people, and I can move forward. And so I chose growth, and I have grown so much. I have learned so much. I think I would dare to say that we learn more in our hardships and in our sufferings than we ever do when we're just flying high on the mountaintop. And so I'm thankful for my season in this valley and in the trenches that I am still very much in. This isn't like I'm going to tie a bow on it and tell you all that currently my business is thriving and, we're whatever. We're still getting there. But in my process of rebuilding, I've had so many mindset shifts. And the biggest one for me is becoming so intentional about who I bring alongside of me to do this with me. My journey to Diamond was very much basically all accidental business builders that I'm so thankful for. But this time around, I thought, you know what? I have an opportunity now to rebuild my team on a foundation that I want to build it on, and with a culture that I want to build on, with people that I want to build with. And so that is where I'm at. That's where I've done what I've done. And I can honestly tell you, I've never been more excited about this journey that I'm on. And so whether you find yourself just now building a business and you're not necessarily in rebuilding, that's okay. You can take these same tips now, learn them now, unlike me. And or if you're rebuilding, then be excited about it. You have an opportunity to take your business to new places, establish a new team culture, and do this with new people. So I want to give you some practical tips of what it takes and things that I have done. So the first thing is you have to know where you're going. You have to know where you're going. I am not where I want to be yet, but I know where I'm going. And knowing where you're going, having a vision of where you're going, honestly is what keeps you from quitting in those hard moments. Like, I'm not there yet. I'm going to have to grow and learn some things through it, but I know where I'm going, and that's what keeps me moving forward. So know where you're going and know the type of people that you want going with you. How do you do that? This is what I would tell you that I did. Had this wake-up call and decided that I needed to figure out what I wanted my team to look like. What do I want to be known about my team, to be said of my team? What do I want my team culture to look like? And so I kind of came up with this mission statement for my team. It says that we are a team who chases after God-sized dreams and believes that they are possible because we serve a God who is bigger than we can imagine. Our businesses are a vehicle of purpose for what God wants to accomplish in us and through us. We believe that we are who God says that we are, and that the one who called us is faithful, and he will do it. This is what I want said of my team. This is what I want my team to be about. And so when I look at that culture that I want, then I look and say, who's going to help me establish that culture? Who are the people who have the character and the morals and the work ethic and the whatever else to make this true of my team? And those are the people that I'm going to go after. And those are the people who I'm going to run with and want to lock arms with. So know where you're going, know who you want to go, establish your team culture so you know the type of people you want to go with you. You have to grow yourself. It's not an option. Growing yourself is not an option. You have to raise your leadership lid. I don't care where you're at in this journey. Leaders are learners. You always have to grow yourself. And you're never going to get the type of people that you want unless you become that person. And you're constantly growing yourself to get a step ahead so that you can lead them to that next place. So grow yourself. And then you have to learn to be bold. And that sounds easier said than done. But let me tell you what is blocking your boldness. It's your limiting beliefs. And so you have to get to the root of, why am I not being bold? Why am I not going after these quality people that I know are the type of people I want to shape my team? I know are the type of people I'm going to love showing up and working with every single day. Why am I not being bold? Because it's a limiting belief that you are telling yourself. 9 times out of 10, it is a belief in yourself that you have to figure out. And so here's what you have to do, and here's what I did. When I thought about the people that were going to shape that team culture, the people I wanted to go on trips and have fun and show up and work with every single day, and when I went to reach out to them or thought about, talking about them, and that fear crept in. We say do it scared, and that's a great thing, but you need to lean into, why are you scared? Where is that fear coming from? What fear story have you told yourself about why you can't help them be successful, or they wouldn't want to do it with you? Whatever that is, you will never be able to be successful in the skills it takes to be successful with Plexus until you get your belief set right. So in order to be bold, what you have to do to be intentional about rebuilding your team with the type of people you want to rebuild, you have to first lean in and figure out what your limiting beliefs are. So I could go on and on and on about this, but I won't. But I hope that this is an encouragement to you. And the big mindset shift that I had to have is that rebuilding was not scary. rebuilding is exciting. And I can tell you that even though I'm still in a place of figuring things out and getting the pieces together that I want together, I've never been more clear about where I'm going, about who I want going with me along that journey, and just excited about the type of team and business that I am forming now. So hope that is encouraging for some of you out there. So excited to see what comes of 2022 and where our businesses is at, because I'm believing big things for my business, and I hope that you are believing big things for yours.